It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
All right, hello, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast for Tuesday. You and Virginia left at the same time to go P-Bird, and you've been back here for a few minutes.
Quick peer, and she had a little bit of a roadblock.
Oh, yeah?
The cleaning team was in the ladies' bathroom.
Oh, okay.
I saw the car to go, oh, shit balls, is it? I hope it's not the guys' bathroom. It was not us. It was her. She was blocked. So she's going to be back in a little bit.
All right. I got some people with some questions here, including Jen. She said, what happened to Do It Bitch today? Did you cancel it? Are you no longer doing it? Did you change the day or the time slot? Yeah, some people were wondering, and they are concerned. We did not do It Bitch today because Suits is sick, and you have to have that many players to do it. It's not a game I can step into because, I'm the one that's kind of created all the topics and all that, so I think it would throw it off.
The other thing, too, it's hard to do with the camera and all that.
Yeah.
Then you guys would get the shitty dome camera. You don't want that.
Yeah, so to do It Bitch, you've got to have every single person here clicking to do it. So as soon as Suits returns, we'll do It Bitch, so probably next Tuesday.
Over, under, how many days you think for Suits being out?
I think he's got one more.
Okay.
Yeah, at least. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he'll be back by Thursday.
That's what I said too, Thursday.
I'm going Monday.
You're going Monday, the whole week, huh? Just gone, toast. Yeah. Yeah, people were curious about, what's up with his immune system. He does seem to catch a lot of things, and somebody's saying, Kev, you got to get him on some of those IVs to boost that up. Yeah, there's definitely stuff you can do to kick up that immune system. Might need to get Suits on some kind of dietary regimen.
A little vitamin C, a little B12,
well,
little zinc, as they say in the business.
I take 7 to 8 different things every day. A lot of it I started during COVID. I have vitamin C, I do ginger shots, I do lysine, I do vitamin D, I do all this kind of stuff.
Gosh,
vitamin B.
We live such different lives.
Yeah.
That's why it works, though, I think.
You know what I'm going to go get? The shingles shot. I have had so many people around me that are just a couple years older than me talking about how shingles is the worst thing ever and preventable if you just get the shingles vaccine. You're supposed to get it when you turn 50.
I don't want to speak for Kevin, but I know I'm excited for her to go through that entire gross process.
Yes.
Heard about her ass. We've heard about her menopause. Now let's go to shingles next.
You're lucky I didn't make you drive me to my ass stuff. I thought about, Jay-Bird can drive me to my colonoscopy.
Yeah, and then you remember, Jay-Bird doesn't answer his phone anymore when I call him.
Yeah.
I knock on your door. Hey.
Yeah, I don't take it personal. I don't answer my door for anybody anymore. Every time I answer my door, shit gets weird really quickly.
Go south. Yeah. Yeah. So if Suits is back tomorrow, we'll have Do It Bitch. If he's not, it'll probably just be on hold till next week. So we'll just skip a week on it. That's likely what'll happen.
Suits has got so much power right now.
He does, yeah. It's up to him. So
he doesn't even know.
Doesn't even know.
I'll text him later.
Mm-hmm.
He won't read it.
I'll say, look, Suits.
He's probably sick.
Kevin has been calling you a bitch all week long.
I do have some emails about your colonoscopy that Virginia did yesterday. We talked at great length about it on the regular show, so you have all the details of it there. But somebody at the initials RP sent in a message on the WRMF app. They said, I had my colonoscopy 2 weeks ago, and I woke up during the procedure.
What the fudge?
Yeah, anesthesia burns quickly for me. They were surprised I woke up so early.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
I did not wake up. I was trying to stay awake, too, because I'm like, ooh, cool, there's the butt cam, and it wasn't in my butt yet.
Yeah.
So it was just like facing the wall, and I'm like, okay, this is the big screen, baby. This is the large LED at Buffalo Wild Wings where they're going to be able to see my whole inside of my ass. And I was like, stay awake, stay awake, stay awake. And I don't remember. I just...
Missed opportunity. Let's get that shingles cam going.
Shingles is just a shot.
I know.
There is one person I definitely want to meet if I go in for a colonoscopy, and I want to talk to the person whose job it is to clean that camera in between sessions. I want to size them up and make sure they've done a thorough job.
You hope it's one of them throwaway cameras where you just in the ass,
Dude,
in the trash.
It ain't a throwaway
No,
camera.
I know,
There's no way. The picture was too good because I was looking at it going, wow, yeah, that thing does really have a really high def picture going on, which you want.
Yeah, you want HD.
You want HD, but yeah. Do we get every crack and crevice real good with them Lysol wipes?
I do want to make sure. And Nick had an idea. Virginia should put the colonoscopy video behind a paywall on her Big Nose Fucked Up Toes website. It might make some money.
Love it. Nobody can pronounce that website.
Whatever. WhichnowsCuteToes.com. I put up new content.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
You like it dirty?
Oh gosh. Hold on. Which knows? What's it? Fucked up toe? What is it?
WhichnowsCuteToes.com.
Toes.com.
If you like it dirty, there's a new picture for you.
Nose so witches, feet so delicious.
Yes. I can't.
Unreal. There's a photo of the top of your legs. Are you sitting on the shitter?
Yep.
Wait.
Oh,
what?
wait, and that's what you're...
That's my feet.
Yeah, but all I see is it looks like you're taking a shit.
I was going number one. Let the record show.
But...
That is kind of a gross picture.
Oh my gosh! When I first saw it, I'm like,
hold on. Are you talking about this picture right here?
I'm just thinking you're taking. Yes.
All right, we have to have intervention with her.
Whatever.
She just took a photo of her taking a shit.
I was going number one.
Yeah, but there's gonna be some people like, oh
No, that's not what you think. My first
Yeah.
thought was like, oh my gosh, she is blowing up the bathroom.
It looks like you're going poop for. I don't know if this is the content we want.
Witch nose, cute toes, huge dukes. That's what you get there.
I'm keeping it sexy.
You were really going for.
You want a witch nose and big old sloppy shits?
You're going for a niche audience, and I don't know.
I'm going for shock and awe.
Crustacean shoes on point. Is that new?
No, that's been up there. I got them crawfish shoes.
That's unreal.
This is the definition of somebody going through something.
I am entertained.
I mean,
I will
I'm
give you that.
entertained too.
Oh, I got to call my webmaster. There's another picture that hasn't gone up yet.
Who is producing this content?
Rocco.
That's so fucking wrong.
Which is,
This is. You're
so
weirding me out.
your son's
man.
got to post photos of you taking dumps?
You are weirding me. You're weirding a lot of people out with this thing. Kevin, I can't turn away.
I know, right? Wow.
That's the point.
Oh my gosh. That's something.
Yeah, I got a new one. I got to find out where the new pic is.
Okay, well. Might have to get somebody new, Virginia. I don't know.
My webmaster is slacking.
Big
Wow.
Dukes, bird pukes.
How about that, huh?
I'm going to get your $4.99. When that paywall goes up, I know you'll be one of my first customers.
I am not fronting at all. You will absolutely get my $4.99.
Because that's when I do videos. I'm still pictures for now. When we go to a paywall, it'll be videos.
Believe it or not, Kev, it's gonna do better than
It's going to be doing better than you want it to.
It's gonna be doing better than you want it to. You're gonna fly too close to the sun, Sinicki.
You're going to be on it, bitch.
I know.
I'm going to be splitting profits with you because I know you're a draw.
So will the colonoscopy video be going up there then?
They didn't give me a video of it.
Wow.
I saw still pictures from it. She showed me some stills of my polyp,
Okay.
but she did not offer any kind of a video or anything.
You couldn't make your own video with like an iPhone and a straw?
I guess you could.
And again, I don't want to speak for Kevin, but I don't know if I want my ass videos with polyps in them.
You want a pulp-free.
We want a pulp-free.
Well, I'm polyp-free
like,
now.
I like my orange juice pulp-free.
I think she lanced it off. I think my polyp is gone. It's gone off for testing to make sure it doesn't have cancer in it. But I did ask her if I could have the polyp back after the testing, and she said absolutely not.
Okay. Yeah, they don't like handing out that medical stuff.
She said they're keeping it, and they keep it for like 2 years or something.
The toilet picture's weirding me out.
Goal achieved.
Talking about something else gnarly earlier in Am I the Jerk with the email today. This guy wanted a full refund of his meal after he found a hair in his hamburger, so that would have been his 2 beers and french fries. And Jen said, it could have been worse. I got a hair in my food. One time, the manager proceeded to try and reassure me by telling me, I assure you it wasn't a human hair.
What?
My entire family stopped eating, and you can bet we paid for nothing. We tipped the server and left.
There was a restaurant, and the restaurant's still around. I won't say the restaurant, but it's a very popular one, and it's not Outback Steakhouse because it's a steak story. But I had just gotten a steak, and the same thing, just like what you had read off. There was the longest hair cooked through the steak, but it was so lengthy.
That's not anything but human.
Yeah.
If it's a long hair, we know it's human.
But it's gross, though.
It is gross.
You can't eat the steak. I'm sorry. I could not eat it.
Yeah. Couldn't do it, huh?
Nah, man. I mean, I only eat the fucked up shit here on the show in my personal time. You don't have to do it, bitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to eat a 7-foot human hair.
I get it.
Yeah. Lakeland Ashley, she sent in a comment. She said, yesterday on the ATS, you were talking about titty hair. I've never heard of this, so thankfully I don't have this, but I have laughed so many times replaying Jason asking Kevin if titty hair would bother him. I freeze-framed his face for you because it's priceless. The horror and disgust is evident. Thank you for making my Monday.
He's like, yeah, fucker. Yeah.
Speaking of hair, your hair is on point in that
Thank
picture.
you. Yeah,
it's very good.
Yeah, it's my winter hair. They do winter hair for me at Hair Club. Yeah.
It looks good. It looks fluffy in the front. I like that.
She wanted to, she's like, I want to go winter hair. We'll go a little longer.
And honestly, to kind of piggyback off winter hair, wouldn't you want titty hair for winter hair?
No.
Just a little warmth.
I know you keep trying to sell it, but
a little warmth.
On my ladies, no, I'm good titty hair free. Go with that. Some comments about Wonka. You were asking about the Timothée Chalamet version that is out in theaters, #1 at the box office over the weekend. And Mary says it was okay, but wait to see it on TV. It is a prequel and more of a musical. I was expecting it to be much more colorful, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to love it. And I'm not going to lie, KVJ Nation did not sell it. It got a lot of shitty Bird Don't Watch It. I hated it. Of course, there was a few people that liked it, but
Jeff said it's not as good as the original. The storyline is a little too sing-songy musical style, and the Oompa Loompa storyline is okay, and Hugh Grant as the new Oompa is okay by the end, but 70 on Rotten Tomatoes, in my opinion.
Okay.
So that's where we are.
But Gene Wilder is Wonka. He nailed it. He's like a Steve Carell.
I don't think anybody's arguing that.
In The Office, there's just, I feel like they brought something that they had as a performer that another person could not.
There's a couple roles like that you do notice where you've had multiple people play. James Bond is one. People always argue, okay, who is the best Bond? And people have their rankings and their hierarchy. You have the same thing with the Wonka now.
Or Batman, yeah, but Wonka blows it away. No one's
Batman,
really
Superman, yeah.
Batman, there's legit debate about it, but Wonka, nobody fucking.
Not a lot of debate, yeah.
No one's gonna say Depp.
Not a lot of debate on that. Yeah.
Virginia, wake up. We're talking Wonka.
I've never seen Wonka.
Insane.
I have no desire.
I feel like there's no way Rocco wouldn't love that movie. It's about candy. It's got a couple kind of creepy parts in there, but it's not over the top. I still think the original Wonka holds up.
I would love to drop him off at your house for a couple hours, and you can show it to him.
That's fun. Whatever. It's fine.
always looking for free babysitter.
I know you are. I just don't have a very kid-friendly house a lot of times.
What are you talking about?
Well,
you have the most kid-friendly house.
But then people will bring their kids over. I'll think they're just coming over to chill and have some drinks or something, and then they'll have their kids in the car, and then you see me dive. Throw the weed here, throw the weed there, throw the weed over here. There's things you gotta.
Yeah, right.
A little
You gotta
heads up.
kid-proof it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a little. There's drinks out, fucking whiskeys
well,
out.
Rocco's used to drinks.
You're right.
He's not used to weed, but he's not going to know what weed is.
I know. It just, you know what I mean.
I just wonder if Jaybird has a neighbor who doesn't know that he's on the radio or his whole thing, who's seen Jaybird many times and over the years has understood that he's a single middle-aged dude who lives in a house by himself, and then sees a woman drop a small young boy off and see him skip up to the front door and go in. I'm just wondering, if you were that neighbor, what would you do and what would you think?
The dinosaur guy. the
guy who always has all the toys and all that kind of stuff.
Virginia
Has
tried to
a
turn me to
young boy skipping right up to his front door, and in he goes.
You try to turn into the bicycle man from Different Strokes.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I would probably have that debate with my wife. Be like, do you think we need to call somebody on this?
I don't even go in. I just wave and keep driving.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. It looks like you just delivered him.
Such an absent parent. I'm like those parents that drop their kids off at Michael Jackson's Neverland.
Yes.
Bye. Have a good time. Enjoy the Jesus juice.
Our neighbor just had a young boy delivered. Oh, what would that be like?
That's funny and sick.
All right, got an email here about our TikTok. It says, I love you guys, and I follow you on social media platforms, and I've heard you talking about how low some of your TikTok numbers can be, and I've got some advice.
Okay.
I think you need to interact with those who like and comment. I follow Kevin's daughter, Caitlin, for instance, and she likes and comments on people's posts. It's a bummer when you comment on a KVJ TikTok, etc., and y'all don't interact. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it well, but I think it would help. Mindy sent that in.
Yeah, no, she's right. Just we're very short-handed, and that takes a lot of time. And during the time we're doing that, we're not prepping for the show, which is she's right. We just really don't have a very big staff.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that. I had posted up the tornado video over the weekend, and I kept trying to go back in and any questions that people had, I was trying to answer those.
But no, she's 1,000,000,000% right. It just, it takes time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, yeah, we'll definitely try to do that. I do appreciate the advice. If you do see something that we're lacking and you know social media, be like, hey, please give us some thoughts on what we could do.
We do appreciate you leaving comments, though.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to try to get better of, interacting.
doubt.
But it's not because we're doing it on purpose to be dicks.
We do answer all of our DMs on Instagram because I make sure we go through and do all of those. But that's like an hour each time.
There's times, too, I mean, we also get personal emails, and you try to answer as many as you can. It just, there's really so many.
Yeah.
We got to get a bot. We got to get a bot.
An AI bot to answer for us?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
Ryan has some comments about the Dolphins game being on Peacock streaming on Saturday night. And, yeah, there's some people that aren't real happy about it because maybe not everybody subscribes or has Peacock. I know if you have Xfinity, I think you get it for free. But it's not even if you do have it. Sometimes it's just the tech on it, talking about how sometimes people get kicked out of the app. And it's just kind of glitchy, and it seems slower. I know when I do it, it seems a little bit slower doing it than just flipping to a channel. So I think a lot of people are not overly thrilled about the Dolphins game being on Peacock on Saturday night. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. That's what the NFL's doing. They're trying to expand other platforms for some reason. I don't fully understand. But Ryan even said, I noticed a huge difference, too, in picture clarity. I've seen that with some of the apps I've gone to. It's completely fair. Peacock, Amazon Prime, NFL Network. Yeah, all those. So, yeah, we'll see what happens to that. Yeah, they're already talking about what changes might happen if the Dolphins lose on Saturday. Some people are saying that their coach, Mike McDaniel, might be on the hot seat.
Really? Oh, I like him so much.
I do too. He is a very likable guy, but they're saying under his leadership, the Dolphins are 3-14 or 3-11, sorry, against teams that have made the playoffs the past 2 years. That is a 214 win percentage. So they're just saying that, and that's what is rough about being a Dolphins fan right now is they whoop up on the teams that they should, and then they get to one of those games that you hope they can play well, like the Bills, and then they just can't get it done ever, or
stinks.
Next to never. 3 times they've gotten it done in 14 tries.
He's just so darn likable.
He is, absolutely.
I
I hope they keep him, and I hope that they can turn it around. The Dolphins have everybody hurt, so it's tough for them. So hopefully it does get better. Daniel had said, yeah, I think that national anthem screw up from the Tampa Bay game, it's actually something that appeared at a Dodger game back in like 2018. It's kind of a thing they keep doing. Yeah, somebody had sent that to us. It was pretty funny, though, if that really did ever happen anywhere where they were supposed to cue up the national anthem and instead they hit some vulgar booty-shaking music.
Someone said, too, remember you played that audio of the director that's doing the new Star Wars movie?
Yeah.
Someone said that was from like 6 years ago, and it was about a different question, and somebody deliberately has been floating that around the internet to continue the divisive wars that go on with Star Wars.
Really?
Yes, that was supposedly an old interview.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because it was Jon Stewart that was holding the question.
Yep, and it was a question that had nothing to do with Star Wars. It had something to do with a completely different thing. Mm-hmm. So it's easy to get tricked out there.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I haven't heard that yet. I did see that in several places, but yeah, there seems to be places that get an agenda and then they push it out many times, and it is really tricky. And trust me, I'm a dude that I am reading and looking and scanning all day long trying to find everything, but from every source that's out there, and if I see it 3 or 4 sources, I usually check for multiple places.
Yeah,
and that's what gets me is if I do see it 3 or 4 different places that appear to be credible, then they can get us. Get me at least.
Well, people like to take some topics that they know people are going to fucking just snap and get.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's easy
it does,
to do.
It gets great interaction. Yeah,
it's easy to do to take a. If I just took a comment of Virginia saying blah 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 and acted like whatever you write up in the social media part, and you just have her response, you can make you say anything.
You're right.
It's really tough.
Scary.
Yeah.
It is scary.
It is, and it's going to be a year that's going to be really tough too, because you're going to have the elections going on, and that's when you have other actors either here or abroad that are going to be trying to kick out a lot of bad information that they hope people will bite on.
But look, if that does happen, we'll track
I'll call it out.
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
That's why I'm reading that, because if I do get it, like I said, between that and between the emails we get and all the comments, I just don't have we don't have the kind of staff that can go do a deep dive on everything. You guys wonder why I'm 12 minutes late every day to the show as it is.
Well, just because we got a microphone doesn't make us right.
Yeah, I'm not being lazy and sleeping in and getting in an extra tug. I'm actually trying to confirm and edit and all that kind of stuff. There's just so much material in the course of a day.
I personally think you would benefit from a little extra tugging.
Well, I don't have time to walk away from my desk, so. And I'm always worried that camera light's going to come on. You just never know who hacks in and be like, we got him. Look at him. He's in mid-tug.
We do live in a time now when a person masturbates, you do have to look around and make sure nothing's on or recording.
Well, my wife got that email from that obvious scammer that was saying that they had video of your husband jerking off in front of the computer, and of course she tells the whole family, "Hey, just a warning, Dad got busted." And I'm like, "Stop telling them that. Like they're gonna think it's
just a warning."
Yeah,
so
just a warning.
up.
Dad got busted tugging in front of the computer. I'm like, don't tell the kids that. Like, come on, that's messed up.
That's fucked up, dog.
And I knew it wasn't legit because I haven't tugged it in front of my computer. But if I ever did, then I'd be like, oh, maybe they do have video of me tugging in front of the computer.
Oh, I mean, there's definitely a very good chance there's video of me.
Yeah. couldn't go down that path. So yeah. Let me see here. Other questions that we have. Lakeland Ashley also wanted to know. She said, love you guys and all your extended families too. Just as a preface, I mean no disrespect, but I've wondered for years how the Queen nailed down Kevin. You recently talked about a girl's laugh driving you crazy enough to call it off, but the Queen just seems so different from Kevin. I know she has some amazing qualities, so I do not want to discount anything she brings to the table, but was she always a little rough around the edges? Farts, burps, all that kind of stuff. Did she do all that stuff after you got married? It just seems odd that a laugh turned you off, but the other things didn't. Thanks for the insight. I love you guys. The Queen, I think it was our second date. She took a dump over a parking block and wanted to show it to me because it was so perfectly formed.
So I think every time I have this reaction, really? Second date?
Yeah, it was close to that. And honestly, the thing about Kim, the Queen, for me, she owned it. And there was just something, she's way rough around the edges, but she always amused me. And oddly enough, I was probably more just like, wow, really? Than I was turned off. The person I talked about that had the laugh, there are certain things that just make me cringe. And I know a lot of people probably wouldn't get, but I think it's how we're all individually set, and it's why we're all attracted to different people. The person whose laugh turned me off, they would say cringy type things and then laugh at their own jokes. And
it wasn't funny.
And it wasn't funny. And it made my skin crawl, and it just made me so uncomfortable. And with the Queen, she's not that way. That's something that she doesn't necessarily do. She's more introverted, she watches what she says. I never get that feeling when she says something. Now, obviously, there's some things that every now and then I'm like, oh, you probably shouldn't say that. But, no, for the most part, I love her sense of humor, and I think she's very funny. And she does it, and she understands how gross it is, and I think tries to make you laugh with it. So that's always what it is with her. I'm never bored with my wife. So when we hang out, I always have a good time. And that was it. I don't know if I ever thought that I would marry her. I just thought that we would hang out and have good times. And every time I hung out with her, I had a good time. And so eventually, after doing that for about 2 years, I was like, let's just get married. So that's it. So I know a lot of people probably don't understand it, but it's the way I'm set. It's the way she is, and it just worked for us.
It's quite a story.
It is, yeah. Yeah, and I think sometimes I'm just like, wow, it is. She's different. So no doubt about it. But for some reason, I'm into it. Guess I'm into weird. I like people that are interesting. I am drawn by that. I think I'm so low key, and I'm so introverted, and I'm so boring.
You're vanilla and she's spicy.
Yes.
And it's exciting.
But even look around your team here at work, even from Suits.
Right.
There's people and there's characters, and I feel like she's a character.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking weird.
You're all characters, and
you're a person.
Yeah, you're real.
You're real.
We're cartoons.
We're cartoons.
Yes, and I've always been drawn to that because I think I grew up with very buttoned down normal people, and I was bored for the first 20 plus years of my life, and it was when I met you guys and the Queen and all that stuff that I'm always fascinated. So it just entertains me. And so it's great. I can be normal, boring, and logical Kev, and I like the people around me to have a little bit of flair, something for me to watch.
Well, especially at a romantic thing, I think if you're going to go the distance with somebody, I mean, all the sexy stuff is great and all, but you really want to be able to enjoy that person if you're truly trying to go the distance with them.
Yeah.
You got to be able to click with them on a personality / spiritual kind of a thing.
And the person I was with before, I found myself not wanting to hang out with them. And I would often go out by myself. That's why when I first got around here with Virginia, we would go out together because I didn't really want her to come along because I just didn't like hanging out with her. She was where I went to go be boring and
normal.
I'm sure she loved Virginia.
She did not.
There's no fucking way she liked you.
It was tough. Yeah.
She
tough.
thought I was a fucking pirate.
Oh.
And she's right.
Yeah,
she's
was.
a sweetheart, normal, reputable darling. I have not a bad thing
I
to
don't
say
either.
about her.
She's an amazing girl. It's just when I realized that this is who I am and this is what I want to do, and I started noticing, I'm like, man, I stay out late. I'm always trying to do anything but go home and be around her. And I was like, that's a problem, man. You probably shouldn't be with this person, and you need to let them go off and find the person they're meant to be with, because I just don't think it's you. So, and that was it. And that's why it ended when I finally, came to that realization and said, what am I doing? Because on paper, she's exactly what you would have wanted.
Of course.
Yes. And yeah, you would compare her to the queen and you'd be like, oh my gosh, I mean, that's the one that's the marriage material. And I don't know what that one is. But for whatever reason, I locked in.
That one's spicy and exciting. And
yeah,
you just never
there.
know what you're going to get.
No, I really don't. And I still to this day. And, my daughter Caitlin's a little bit more wired like me. Now, she can get crazy too. But
she's a good in-between.
Yes, she is. She's
I
little
noticed that.
mix of both of us. And so it's kind of funny because Caitlin and I can laugh at the insanity of her mom and just be like, what is she doing? And we laugh. And the queen recognizes it, but she can't stop herself. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just can't stop myself from doing this stuff. She understands that she's got crazy ingrained in her soul.
It's breeding.
Yes, and she knows it, she recognizes it, but she's going to do it anyway.
She's probably got a lot of DNA from her dad's mother.
I think she is. She's very much like her grandma from the stories that I hear, and she was, out there.
She was a pirate, a Mexican pirate.
Yes.
And mad respect.
Yeah, so there you go. So when you see the stories and all that kind of stuff, I get it. I know she is an acquired taste. And most people have no idea why I would be with a woman like that. But I don't know. Sucker for it. I love it. It's been entertaining. So
it's a show.
It's a show, and I am entertained. That's it. Michael said, y'all were talking about the bird and a popcorn stunt. I need some details. You didn't go into details. What happened? What'd y'all do, and what happened to the bird? It was chasing a world record. We had done it to get a little bit of notoriety, and we built a big old popcorn box out of plexiglass, kind of like a popcorn sarcophagus. We put Bird in it, and he wasn't supposed to leave until he ate all the popcorn. It was, I don't know, like 900 gallons or something like that.
Yeah, I starved myself for almost 3 days to go into that. I had an empty stomach.
And you were in there for quite a while. We were rolling you around. It had wheels on it, and your electrolytes got thrown off. And it was to the point where we could wheel you into the theater. Virginia was watching you, and she had wheeled you in. It was her time to babysit you.
I was so excited because I wanted to see that movie Click. And so I wheeled him in to go see Click, and we were watching Click. And then
it was, I'm not kidding you, the only time I was not able to get a human to find me, hear me, know what was going on.
Yeah.
While fucking Ebert over here was watching Click.
I was so engrossed.
It was the only time, and that's when it happened. That's when they had to busted me open out of the popcorn sarcophagus in front of a little girl that was the KVJ Nation. Oh, Mommy, what's happening to Jaybird? She's crying.
Yeah.
It was quite a to-do.
So that was the story. So Virginia was on duty babysitting the bird. I had, left for the Keys for a family vacation as the thing was wrapping up. It was the weekend.
No. We got back on the air. We were already back on the air, and it was it was through the weekend. You guys have got back on the air, and I sounded terrible on the air. And then she came to visit that I think it was Tuesday, Tuesday afternoon, evening, and that's when it kind of all went down. Oh yeah, you were back from the Keys.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Because I could swear I have memories of talking to management while I was there at the Keys, but maybe it isn't. Yeah, it's been so long ago. I guess my memory is a little off.
I was in there for a while. I was in that fucking.
I know
thing
you were.
for,
Yeah. It was how many days? Several days. I remember you were staying there. You would sleep in that box overnight in the theater?
We started on a weekend, and between the stunt and then going into the hospital, I was not back at my house until the next Monday. So it was an 8-day ordeal.
Okay. Good heavens.
Insane. Oh, and I remember this one guy came in. He had the wettest lips. It was right at the beginning of the stunt, and he came in and grabbed a piece of the popcorn, and one of the kernels hit his lip and then fell back into the popcorn box. I'm going, what popcorn hit his wet lip? I was so bummed. I'm like, can we get some security over here?
I'm still mad. I didn't get to see the end of Click.
I'm so mad I didn't get Employee of the Month.
What does a guy got to do?
Yeah, and then I say to Virginia, "Oh, what's wrong, Bird? You okay?" "No, I think I'm dying."
Yeah, so that's kind of what went down with that. Just to let you know, I think I forwarded the email, but I don't know if you guys saw it. Another old thing that had happened was the Rob Schneider interview from so long ago, and it's been posted up on YouTube. And I'd sent you guys, I think, the link. One of our listeners had sent to us. They got it from Al Gallo, who had filmed it. So it is there. Now, he has just his microphones, and it's not plugged through the board like what you hear KVJ TV to sound like, so everything's kind of off mic a bit, but it's enough where you can hear what's being said in the studio.
Okay.
It's already on YouTube, you said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. Did
thought
you
that
get
was-
it, Denny's? I think
Denny's
I
got it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I forwarded the link to Denny's, so...
He was very excited because all he's ever heard is us talk about it, and Denny's had watched the news story of it.
Right.
But he had never seen the whole entire thing from beginning to end, and that's what Alan Gallo had, and that's what whoever the go-between was able to retrieve, and now we have the whole thing up on YouTube.
Yeah, so I have Denny's post that up in case there's somebody that does want to go and watch the entire interview. You can do that. Not only do that just because people had never heard of it, want to know what it was, and they just sent it to us.
I pulled it up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost 11 minutes long. Wow, 11 minutes? That went on.
It's a long fight
Holy shit.
because it started bad and it never got better.
Because it starts right at 11 minutes. I'm just kind of scrolling through to see at what time frame he's in there for at least. Yeah, man. It's about 10 minutes in. He finally leaves. That's a long ass uncomfortable interview.
That was a rough one. Yeah, so we'll get that up there if somebody wants to see it.
That's amazing.
I'm so glad we just happened to have Alan Gallo in the studio that day. Otherwise, it would just be a tale of folklore.
Well, I remember we got called out for that. People thought it was all staged.
Nope.
Because we never had videos like, you guys just happen to have a camera rolling with Rob Schneider right there, blah, blah, blah.
It was absolutely not staged. The last thing we wanted was a fight with Rob Schneider. That's a lie.
We had those cameras here because we were immediately going over to have Vanilla Ice jump us on his motorcycle.
Yeah, and I think he just rolled camera on that just for the heck of it.
That was a busy day.
That was a busy
Because
day.
before Rob, that's why he was all mad. We had some of the guys that were in the Michael Jackson tour when Michael Jackson died. And so they were kind of telling us like the behind the scenes of what Michael looked like in the days before his death. And so it was really compelling shit. And that's why we went long with the Michael Jackson dancers. And that's why Rob Schneider was pissed because his time got bumped back a little bit because of the King of Pop.
What we'll do is I'll try to see if we can find, if the audio is good enough, maybe we'll punch it up a bit. Maybe we can play some clips of it tomorrow, the highlights, the things that you might remember where he said he could buy and sell us and all that kind of good stuff.
What a likable guy.
Because the newscast only could put so many clips in.
And they couldn't put in probably the most disgusting stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it never got, because we were on the air. It never, in fact, the news bleeped out words that we normally wouldn't bleep out.
Yeah.
To make it look like I'm like saying, fuck you or whatever. And none of it never got to that level.
No, there was no swearing and profanity in the whole thing. So, yeah, we'll see if we can get that put together and maybe give you some of the highlights. If you don't wanna watch
lowlights.
Yeah, I guess that's probably what it should be. So I'll try to get to that tomorrow. So make sure you're here for it. Also, the regular show tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. Make sure you click like if you would. If you're watching right now, anytime you go to any of our videos, that would definitely help things out. Would appreciate it. Of the 280 people, we got 40 likes. So hit that on your way out here and help us out.
Not a good ratio.
Not a very good ratio at all. Yeah, we don't do good on that.
Y'all didn't like it?
Yeah. Help us out, please. And subscribe. Ring that bell as well. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.